and I'm on a mission to see the hurting get healed and the healed go out and heal others, in order for all of us to experience the true love and light we desire. This podcast is me sharing my journey with you, so you don't feel alone in your journey. Welcome to the Golden Rule Revolution. Hello, brothers and sisters, and welcome to another episode of the Golden Rule Revolution. I am Lucas Mack, and thank you so much for joining, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year. 2020 has finally come to an end. Today's day 4 of the 10-day challenge of recording without knowing what I'm going to say. And I do want to say a heartfelt thank you sincerely to every person who listens. The numbers of this podcast have exponentially jumped up, and it really can get me choked up. It means a lot to me. Thank you. And thank you for walking with me in this journey. Thank you for being a light worker in this world. Darkness is not a counterforce to light. Darkness exists in the absence of light. Therefore, just as Benjamin Franklin said, instead of cursing the darkness, light a candle. When you and I stand in the unconditional and infinite love of the one infinite creator who has bestowed upon us and created us in that love and light to shine brightly in this world, nothing, absolutely nothing can stop our impact, our manifesting, our ability to heal and liberate and stand for the sovereignty and freedom of all. So thank you so much. Really, truly. Thank you. Thank you. So today's episode is don't run into 2021. Don't look with anticipation of 2021 and make the same mistake that many made, myself included, or not necessarily mistake, but missed opportunity. When we look forward to the upcoming year, we usually forget the feelings of the present moment. And it is time, as much as it is to celebrate the new year, to also reflect upon this year. From January 1st of 2020 all the way through to today, December 31st. So much has happened. What has happened in your life? Who have you become? Who have you listened to? Who have you not listened to? How have your friend and social circles changed? How have you changed? In order to not continually repeat the same cycle year after year, year after year, year after year, we have to face our feelings. To come back inside of us and honor all the feelings, highs, lows, mediums, neutrality, inspiration, apathy, fear, all of it. All the confusion, all the things we've experienced in 2020. And feel that, sit with that. Don't run from it any longer. When I gave my TED Talk, for those who haven't seen it yet, I really encourage you watch that TED Talk, because even though the title is Breaking the Cycle of Child Abuse, it's applicable to every single one of us, because all of us experience negative cycles that hold us back. A negative cycle in this context would be continually looking to the next year without really sitting with this year and reflecting in this moment. There are 3 vulnerable truths I talk about of how to break the cycle. And the first is you got to face the pain. And I don't mean in the context right now of 2020 has been all pain. It's actually been beautiful. It's been the best year of my life. It's been the most incredible relationships I've ever built with my wife and my children and and other beautiful souls around the world, and friendships have gone deeper, and it's been the best year of my life. And it's also been an incredibly hard year, I know, for many people. But the hardness is what creates the greatness. There is not a great person that's ever walked this planet who had an easy, mild life. Those who have overcome the greatest obstacles are those who are able to make the greatest impact. Because, like I say in my TED Talk, it's those who have gone through the worst of the worst who are fuel to uncover the best of the best. So facing that uncomfortable feeling, facing 2020 and all its anticipated greatness and challenges and shifts and changes and all the things, to sit with that. Maybe you've had new life come into your world, maybe new loved one, maybe you've lost loved ones, but to truly sit with that. And the second thing is to speak the pain. So the second vulnerable truth from my TED Talk is to speak the pain. Write down and journal, or like yesterday's podcast, speak everything that resides inside of you. The pain, the joy, the exhilaration, the fear, the anxiety, the wonder, the excitement, all of it, write it down. Speak it out loud. Tonight, when you go out, share it with those who want to typically just drink and watch the clock count down and be like, whoa. And then they'll wake up tomorrow with no change because they didn't sit with it. They didn't face it. Speak it. So speak. Change your New Year's party up. And if you're listening to this after the New Year, that's fine. But regardless of your social gatherings, change the dynamics up. Ask deeper questions. Talk about your feelings and what you've learned and what you're wanting to bring forth into this world, and create with your mind being clear in intention, your voice being clear in audible power, and your heart bursting forth. Talk about these things. It's beautiful. Your words matter. Words create matter. And the third vulnerable truth from the TED Talk, which is applicable to now, and especially in the new year, is release the pain. You see, the reason why it's so important to face everything, good, bad, ugly, highs, lows, indifferent, mediums, all of it, and then to speak it, is so that you in sovereignty, I in sovereignty, we in sovereignty can choose what to release. There's many of you right now who have been abused as children, who have yet to really face that abuse and look at it and weep for the child that you were, and allow you now to emote what that child didn't have the ability to then. And weep for yourself and get that pain out of you and speak it out so that you can finally release this and not carry the shame and the trauma, not carry the what will people think of me. You know what people will think of you? You know what I will think of you? Is that you are a courageous soul, one who I would follow and listen to, because you faced your greatest fear, spoke it out of your mouth, and chose to release all the shackles that came from that trauma. We all are rising as leaders in 2021. Every single one of us. It's not any person on pedestal, any person to be idolized. It's you stepping in to your own pedestal and being the example for change that you're here to exhibit in this world. As I do and will continue to do, and you do, we become two. Two is better than one. And Solomon said, two is better than one, and a band of three chords is not easily broken. So we join together. We inspire another to join together. Now we have three, and that cannot be broken easily. And that three turns into many, 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 many. So Happy New Year. Happy New You. Happy New Freedom. Happy New Sovereignty. Happy New Liberation. And sit with everything you need to sit with so that you can in sovereignty release it once and for all. And sorry, it's a little loud. I don't know if you can hear this or not, but I'm just really, truly grateful for each and every one of you. We are going to have an incredible rise in 2021. And what people thought was up is actually down. What people thought was down is actually up. What people thought was right was left, and left and was right, and good was bad, and bad was good. I mean, it's going to be completely exposed so that you can be the hero in your own life. That's what this is about, the hero's journey on this planet. That yearning in your soul to be more, do more, say more, experience more, that yearning is the yearning of a hero. And all the antagonists and adversity that you've experienced and may continue to experience is only because you have a great story. You are a great hero. A hero who chooses when, where, and how to engage with the great lesson presented. And that's because you can face it, you can speak it, and you can release it. Freedom, freedom, freedom. I feel called to say this too. There's nothing that's ever been done to you, ever, that is too ugly, that is intended to stay ugly, but instead will be transformed into the most brilliant beauty. And the story you've told yourself of that which has happened to you, perhaps you've been molested, raped, beat, shamed, had marks on your body, maybe you grew up in poverty and had to lie about whatever it is that you grew up with that you feel is so dirty and so dark and so you want to outrun. That's the past. That was your childhood. You're here now and I want 2021 and I'm ready to manifest. Look, whatever that is that you carry, I'm here to tell you that the dirtiness that you think of that is actually the brilliant beauty that you are here to show the world. Because it's not that these things happen to us and that was part of our story to stay in the beginning of the story. It's that we bring that with us to reveal that in that experience, this is how freedom is attained. This is how liberation is attained. This is how sovereignty is attained, is by going and taking with us all the pain, trauma, suffering, shame, abuse, the dirtiness, the confusion, and you bring it forth and you face it, you speak it, and you release it. And you and I become examples for every single person. It doesn't matter their age. It doesn't matter your parents or the white-haired wisdom or the young kid. It doesn't matter. If you Walk in the hero's journey to face that which you are most afraid to face, and then speak out of your mouth that which you have been most afraid to speak, and choose to release it all and look at it on the ground like, hey, it's no longer mine. Can you imagine if you talked like that at your New Year's party, at next week's gathering, on a phone call you have with a friend? This is what we are stepping into. This is what the golden age, the age of love and light, 5D is about. It's about 100% looking at everything and choosing to keep what we want and discard that which we don't. And it's beautiful. And you, my brother and sister, you are beautiful. You're beautiful. And I'm, again, honored. Thank you. I love each and every one of you. I bless you with the infinite and unconditional love of the one infinite creator, Adonai. Receive it, receive it, receive it. Happy New Year. I love you all, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for listening. For support in your journey, go to my website, lucasmack.com.